We the People, celebrating 250 years, sponsored by Bryan Jewelry.
And as we continue to count down to America's 250th birthday, we celebrate our nation's past. Today, we're focusing on the role Alabama played in that history, dating all the way back to our nation's founding.
Even before Alabama was a state, Alabamians were making history.
You, of course, have the original 13 colonies, but there was no Alabama.
Historian Alex Colvin says Creek Indians from this area in 1790 negotiated one of the very first treaties with the U.S. government.
Those were Alabamians, you know, by any other name.
A replica of that treaty is on display inside the State Archives and History Department's Museum of Alabama, which also chronicles other ways in which Alabama history is U.S. history.
In Alabama's Ordinance of Secession, when they made the decision to secede from the Union, they made a call out essentially to all other southern states that were choosing to secede to come to Montgomery to create a new Confederacy.
At Alabama State Capitol, a gold star marks the place Jefferson Davis stood as he was inaugurated President of the Confederate States of America. The Confederacy's first White House is preserved just a block away. And the Winter Building, also nearby, is where the telegram was sent that started the Civil War.
Nearly a century later, Montgomery would once again find itself in the national spotlight, but the focus had shifted from slavery to segregation.
Rosa Parks' refusal to give up her seat to a white man on a public bus sparked the Montgomery bus boycott, which is credited with galvanizing the national civil rights movement.
I'm going to step now.
And years later, Alabama made history again. The Marshall Space Flight Center developed the Saturn V rocket, allowing man to walk on the moon.
And it was this moment where we, as I think humanity, all looked and saw this huge technological feat. And Alabamians had a role in that.
You can experience that moment for yourself at the U.S. Space and Rocket Center in Huntsville. You can learn what the bus boycott was really like at the Rosa Parks Museum in Montgomery. Learn about the history and lasting effects of slavery at the Legacy Museum. And see for yourself where politicians voted to secede from the Union at the Alabama State Capitol. Places that represent the many and varied roles Alabama has played in our nation's shared past.
To uncover even more of our state's history, visit the newly renovated Museum of Alabama inside the Archives and History Building, just across from the state capitol. Admission is free Monday through Saturday. We'll have another installment of our We the People series next Wednesday at 6. To go back and see our previous reports, go to WSFA.com/We the People.